Hi, welcome to day 2 of my video program that I'm doing on YouTube. Today I'm talking to you about 10 tips of ways in which you can manage teams or groups remotely. If you work from home now, or because of the pandemic you are running a shift or in a rotation style where you work some days at home and you work some days in the office, this video will be useful to you. If you're a business owner or a manager, some of the things I'll be talking about here also too will resonate with you. So remember to hit the subscribe button so they can get notification on when my next videos will come out. And also too, if you like the message that's being shared, remember to like the video and also to share with other people. So today we're talking about 10 tips on how to manage remote teams or virtual teams. In order to address, before I start talking about the tips, I'm going to talk to you about 6 pillars you must always remember anytime you are talking about managing people remotely. The first one is leadership. Number 2 is performance management. Number 3 is communication. Number 4 is trust. Number 5 is people, because in the first place you're managing people. And lastly, technology. So we're going to talk about the first tip of things you need to do to make sure that you are successful as a manager or an owner managing a team virtually. The first thing you need to do is to have a total change of mindset. The way you manage people physically is slightly different from the way you manage people remotely. One major difference is that you don't see those people physically. You don't get the luxury of walking to the office to go and talk to them or calling them to quickly have a sidebar. Virtually everything you'll be doing will be done virtually. You also don't have the luxury of micromanaging people, because sometimes you not even see the people physically except when you call them on the phone and they should join you for a Zoom meeting or a Teams meeting or whatever kind of video conferencing tool that you use. People playing eye service also too will be less. So the point to be made here is that you need to think differently as a manager, and also too here managing people involves you using tools. So you must know how to use the tools. So tip number 2 is tools. If you want to be able to manage virtual teams properly, you need to provide them with the right set of tools for them to work properly. When we talk about tools, we're talking about all the tools that are available for you to be successful in a virtual environment. We're talking about video conferencing tools. We're talking about chat applications. We're talking about project management tools. We're talking about even simple collaborative productivity tools like Office 365 or Google products that are in the same mold as Office 365. You must know how to use this tool, because leadership is by example. You must also enable your people to utilize this tool properly by sending them for training. So if the people are not properly trained on the use of the tool, they will not be effective on the job. In very extreme cases, you may even need to acquire tools that you will use to check and monitor what people are doing online. That's a different subject of discussion. We'll talk about it in a different session, but it's important for you to know that you need to know how to use tools, and you need to get your people to know how to use their tools. Number 3 is cadence. You need to put in place a schedule or a time that is fixed and dates across the weeks or months that you regularly meet with your team. And I have to advise that you should try to meet your team at least once in a week. You must also plan to either have one-on-one with the people you manage so that you get to understand them better. It's important that you start to build those relationships. That way you'll be able to know the challenges that your people are experiencing, and you'll be able to carry out those one-on-one coaching that you'll be giving online when engaging with these teams. Number 4 is communication. The issue of communication cannot be overhyped. Remember, we're no longer in a physical environment, we're in a virtual environment here. So we need to take advantage of all the tools and technology that is available to us. At the top of all the things that we need when it comes to technology is video. We need to be able to see people who we're talking to, just as if we're there in a physical environment. Where that is not available, either because of bandwidth challenges, then we have to resort to audio. We can have audio calls on WhatsApp. We can do a physical call. We can use any tools that are available for us to be able to communicate. But in order of ranking, video is top there, right? So we have video, audio, chat, then we have email and text. So as much as possible, make sure that you're in constant communication with your people. Watch out for people's body language or gestures when they're speaking to you, so that you'll be able to tell where there's a problem. Number 5, we'll be talking about being human. Remember that we need to ensure that we have a good relationship with our people. And how do we develop this? By the way we communicate and engage with them when we meet them online. We should try to ask about their well-being, to ask about their family, to ask about their favorite sports, to ask about things that are important to them. As a matter of fact, my rule of engagement when I meet with people online before I start meeting is actually to have a quick 3 to 5 minute chit chat, talking about things that can help you bond more or connect more. So yes, let's be human. Even though we're in a virtual world, we should still try and maintain the relationship. So I've given you 5 tips. Remember, this video is supposed to be about 10 tips. So this is part 1 of the video. I'll say you wait till tomorrow where I share the other 5 with you. But so that I can summarize those tips again for you to remember, is that you must have a different mindset. You must provide the tools for your people to work, and you must also know how to use the tools. You must put in place a cadence for you to meet your people weekly, monthly, bi-weekly as is required. Number 4 is that you need to put in place very good communication between you and your team. So you need to ensure that you are using all the tools available at your disposal to be able to communicate. And lastly, you need to be human. Make sure that you find ways of connecting with people online. Find an icebreaker where you're starting a group meeting, or talk to people like humans. Till I see you, take care of you. And if you like this video, please kindly share it. Thanks. Bye.